So here we're told that Gavin, Harry and Isabel each earn the same monthly salary. So each month Gavin saves 28% of his salary and then spends the rest of it. Harry spends 3/4 of his salary and then saves the rest of it. The amount of salary Isabel saves to the amount of salary she spends, so the ratio saves to spends, here is 3:7 as a ratio. And we're asked to work out who saves the most of their salary each month and showing how we get to our answer. So initially here I'm thinking we've got these percentages and fractions and ratios and they're all in different forms. In order to compare them properly and be able to really see a link between them, we're going to have to convert them into the same form. So we could either choose to convert them all into percentages or into fractions or some kind of ratio, or we could even assign a value for the salary and then work out these percentages and fractions as a part of the salary. But I think an easy way here to work with it is we already have 28%, and these other ones are going to be quite easy to convert into percentages. So just to save us a bit of work, if we work with percentages for the savings, then we might come to our answer a little bit more quickly and concisely. So firstly, if we have Gavin and we want to work out how much he saves, and we already have that here, so he saves 28% of his salary. So we can just write that out to remember that for later. Now if we want to work out how much he saves in comparison to Gavin, well, if Harry spends 3/4 of his salary and saves the rest, the amount that he saves is going to be 1 minus this 3/4, so the leftover here. And that's going to give us 1/4, which as a percentage is going to give us 1/4 multiplied by 100 is going to give us 25%. So Harry saves 25% of his salary. And then Isabel, finally, this one's a bit harder, so we're working with a ratio. So if it's a ratio of 3:7 saves to spends, the amount that she saves here is going to be this 3 out of the total of the ratio. So we're going to add the 3 and the 7. So 3 out of the total, which is 3 plus 7, gives us 3 out of 10, which if we convert this to a percentage, we could multiply it by 10 over 10, and that's going to give us 30 over 100, which gives us it as a percentage. So that's going to be 30% that Isabel saves. And then if I refer back to the question, work out who saves the most of their salary, here we can obviously see that we're looking for the highest percentage, and that is in this case is going to be the 30% from Isabel here. So we're just going to conclude and get the final mark by stating that the answer to the question is going to be Isabel, as she saves the most. So the highest proportion of the percentage. And then it would be Gavin up here with 28%, as that's just slightly less than 30. And then finally Harry with a much smaller 25% of his salary. So it's really important that we go through each step of the working, convert these into the same form. So we've gone for percentages here, and then making that conclusion as well at the end based on our data is also very important here.